Can the White Sox take a game off the Cubs? Welcome into our White Sox mini pod with the King, Scott Steven.
Thank you, Mark.
Our diehard White Sox fan, and Sean Anderson, the host of our White Sox podcast, CHGO White Sox. First of all, as you go into this weekend with the Cubs, the White Sox are playing great baseball.
Mm-hmm. Above 500 baseball in the month of May. They're 4-1 since the Pope has been elected.
So let's just start there.
And they're 2-1 in the new uniforms.
2-1 in the
best winning percentage in baseball.
Plus the Pope. Plus going
that's
into,
true.
I think it is 666. I think it is.
Let's see.
I mean, there was a whole crosstown battle on the Pope here. Do you think because you won the Pope battle, King, that they're about to really feel the Pope pain because Cub fans were trying to claim him and then they lost?
Wait. What do you mean we won the Pope battle? There was no battle. There was skullduggery on the north side, which was total BS. They claimed something that was not theirs, period. There is no controversy about the Pope. The Pope is a White Sox fan. I sat next to the Pope in 2005 in the World Series. He is the saving grace of the White Sox.
You sat around the Pope. Well, in the vicinity of the Pope.
Yeah.
Let's not make it like you were like right next to him. Shoulder.
I didn't share a beer with the Pope. But I am a Catholic, and I believe in the Pope, and I believe in the White Sox.
Well, he's infallible, so go White Sox.
Amen.
Amen.
Can the Pope drink?
From a Jew.
Yeah, why wouldn't the Pope drink?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if he...
the blood, the wine. It's wine.
It's wine.
It's Eucharist, body.
Anyways,
come on, man.
I really haven't bought into the Cubs relationship since I left grammar school. Once you leave a horde of 8-year-olds yelling at you about White Sox or Cubs fandom, I feel like it really does die down in your later adult years. But when our guy Kevin Wells goes and runs with the story that the Pope is a Cubs fan and then the Cubs get dunked on, I think it does at least spark it because there was no reason for the Cubs to go and put that on their marquee, yet they went and did it. And that just gave the Sox the perfect opportunity to come in with the facts, the truth, that the man has sense.
Well, it is a straight elitist Cub move. You think that everybody is a Cub fan. You think that everybody wants to go to Wrigley Field. You think that it's destined that you're going to win another World Series or something along those lines. And then the Pope had to be a Cub fan. Pope's not a Cub fan. Pope actually hates the Cubs.
Yeah, I mean, and Wrigley's a beautiful place to watch a game, and I'm sure the Cubs are a good organization, and it has a lot of fans. But the Pope is a fan of the Chicago White Sox.
Well, and there was a World Series at Wrigley Field in 2016. There is no footage of the Pope at that World Series in 2016. There is footage of the Pope at the World Series in 2005. Just
close
saying.
To you.
Again, amen.
Amen. All right, but let me just go back to what you just said, because when I was in grammar school, I'm in the middle of the King and Sean here. The Crosstown Classic was not a real game, but kids had fistfights over it.
Oh.
Ozzie Guillen versus Sean Dunston, that was a fistfight. The Bull, Greg Luzinski, we hated him. We had the Bull, Leon Durham. I was a Cub fan at the time. Still root for. I actually have moved to both teams. But
my God, there's no such thing.
You allowed him on the show.
Oh. Continue.
It's his relationship.
Continue.
Listen, the Cubs came to WGN. I got to do pre and post. I became a White Sox guy. That's what happened. I don't have hate for the Cub. Sorry, I don't. You flip town too. You flip both sides. You just complimented Wrigley Field. There is room for not complete hatred.
I flipped when I was
100% unequivocal Sox fan.
Did you hear that?
The only reason I was happy for the Cubs winning in 2016 because I wanted others in my world to feel the joy that I felt in 2005,
but hold on.
Being the first of two teams that hadn't won in a long time win first.
I fully agree with that. I feel like first of all, 2005 kind of killed a little bit of the rivalry because it was all about who's going to win the next one. We won it first. And then once we get to 2016, I'm going to root for Cleveland? I hate Cleveland.
Exactly.
I hate Cleveland more than I hate the Cubs.
Exactly.
I love my friend Marty. I'd rather watch my friend Marty get a World Series.
New nickname, Sweet Sean.
So, okay.
Yeah, there we go.
That's Sweet Sean, King, and apparently bitter Carm, because in 2005, when the ground ball was hit to Uribe, and then when the ball gets thrown across the diamond, I'm in my place by myself. I screamed no as loud as you could possibly scream it. I was not happy for you. I didn't want it. I knew I was going to get dunked on. I didn't think the Cubs were ever going to win it. I hated that moment. I would bet, by the way, that when the rain delay happened in 2016, you as a diehard Sox fan, there was no way you were sitting there during that 17 minutes thinking, I really hope the Cubs come out and win it. No chance you had that.
I will tell you this. I wanted the Cubs to win.
No comment.
But when Rajai Davis hit that home run, I laughed a lot.
Oh, you loved it.
I laughed a lot.
You loved it, too. You were
lot.
rooting for the Indians to the end of the moon in that moment.
Listen, you know what?
Which is why this is great, by the way. This is my favorite weekend of the year. Cubs Sox is awesome. Anybody who says that Cubs Sox is not great, I refuse to. I don't get it. You want to see the Sox play the Reds or the Mariners, the Rangers? These are the best games.
The best.
These are the best.
Well, and I'm glad it's 6 now. It was, 4 the past couple of years? I'm glad that it's a full 6-game series, 3 Wrigley, 3 here.
That's another thing. Don't ever do that again either. 4 games, cut off any other game. 3 on the south side, 3 on the north side. Come on.
I think the true
100% agree.
Hatred, though, died down, especially once we held a World Series victory over you guys for 10 years.
I think the Pope has gotten it back.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's been 10 years since we've hated each other. Let's get it back together.
I'm going to get a sign. You can't steal the Pope.
We got a major wrap-up here, but let me just remind us that these White Sox mini-pods are brought to you by Rate.com. If you ever tried to buy a home, get a loan, or just deal with money stuff in general, it can be a lot. That's why I'm telling you about the Rate app. You got to download it right now. This is the game changer. Get pre-approved for a mortgage in minutes. Get yourself a home equity loan. Get yourself a personal loan. That happens in under 15 days. Best homeowners, best auto insurance. You find it all on the Rate app and for free. No charge. 800 free wellness videos. I'm sitting there the other night. I can't sleep. I go to the Rate app. Next thing I know, I've got beautiful ocean swirling in my head.
Those are the soundscapes. I use the soundscapes. They're wonderful.
The soundscape is unbelievable. Right to bed. It's beautiful. And plus, then the next thing you know, I'm waking up in the morning. I'm doing the yoga. One of the free wellness videos. You got to get in there. Get yourself.
I have one.
I know you.
I have the app. I have an account.
Next.
I haven't needed to use it. The White Sox have been putting me to bed.
If you're stressed about a loan, mortgage, or just want to get healthy, the Rate app can handle it. I'll download the Rate app today to get started. Do you think the White Sox win a game this weekend?
Absolutely. I've been saying since the start of the month that they would be going 15-13. I'm surprised at how well that prediction is going so far. The fact that, we're almost there. We're halfway through the month and they're above 500. I think they at least take one from the Cubs. Luke Stuckmeyer ran his mouth on CHGO Cubs last night saying that we are a minor league team, that this team has just lost 121 games, that the Cubs should easily sweep the Sox. This team is nothing like the 2024 team. This team will work their pretty iffy starting pitching. On Friday, they have a rookie in Cade Horton who's only making his 2nd major league start. And then on Sunday, you have Colin Ray, who's bounced from the Cubs and Brewers to the Cubs. And although his stuff has been better this year, he isn't a true, guy. I don't think that Colin Ray has proven himself as a shutdown starter. If the Sox are able to go and work the Cubs, I think that their bullpen's just as iffy as the Sox bullpen. I think the Sox can at least take one game. They might lose an ugly one, but they'll win one.
King, you predicting a sweep on the south side?
You know what? Luke's confidence and arrogance. Sweep White Sox this weekend.
Who's the best starter going this weekend right now? Who's the hottest of the White Sox starters?
Oh, it's easily Burke on Friday. Yeah. I mean, Burke is nearly a 2
Saturday,
ERA
right?
on
or did he move up to Friday?
I thought he was on Friday. Last time I checked, it was Friday.
Okay, either
Maybe
way,
I'm
whatever.
wrong. Burke is the answer. With Imanaga and Steele being out for the Cubs, Burke has been easily the best starter on the Sox. He has been a find for them in the Rule 5 draft. I don't know what his full 2025 is going to look like because he doesn't have a ton of innings in the minor leagues. He never pitched past Double-A before, so I think that he might run into some trouble, but being a Rule 5 pick, he'll have to stay on the entire roster or the roster for the entire season. So maybe you see him move into the bullpen and become a dominant closer, but Burke is easily the best starting pitcher, just had his best start.
I agree with you, and if I was the manager, I'd move Burke to Saturday because they're wearing red on Friday, and so that's a guaranteed win. And then we got Burke on Saturday, and then we go for the sweep on Sunday.
White Sox run differential, by the way, last year was minus $1 billion. Right now they're at minus 29. The Orioles minus 70.
They're playing solid baseball, Mark.
Yeah, the Orioles minus 70. They've got one more win than the Sox closing in on them. The Angels have 17 wins. They're minus 67. The Marlins, who the Cubs just played, are minus 71, minus 57, minus 54 for the Pirates, minus 137 for by far the worst team, the Colorado Rockies. Sox have been playing a way more competitive baseball, more competitive than their 14-29 record show. 5-5 in their last 10. They've won 3 in a row. At current taping time.
Also, Friday, they're not wearing the red jerseys. They're at Wrigley.
Oh, that's right.
They're wearing,
Damn it.
They're wearing
You're
black or
right.
gray.
Doesn't
I'm
matter.
sorry.
So,
Doesn't matter.
yeah, no, I mean,
Mistake.
the best part about that, too, the Rockies are the worst team in Major League Baseball, but they can't get a top 10 pick. So Sox can still have, fifth worst record in Major League Baseball and get the top pick.
Win the lottery. Let's go. Hey, download the Rate app. White Sox Cubs, best weekend of the year.
Sweep, White Sox.
We'll see you next time.
Amen.